Hello guys, welcome to my channel and today I am going to do EXP 22 Excel chapter 7 hands-on exercise salaries. Basically this is the 7th chapter of Excel section of this PSN course, and in this video I will be doing this assignment step by step and you can get your assignment done by watching this complete video. But if you want me to do this assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, including all the Excel, Word, PowerPoint or Access assignments, then you can contact me and you can hire me for your complete course. You can also hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences, all other writing assignments, mathematics or statistics. My WhatsApp number and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. Please contact me either through WhatsApp or email and hire me for your courses. At start of instruction, we are given with project description. There is nothing to solve in this project description, but I suggest you to read this well and get an idea about the assignment. Then this will be easy for you to solve this assignment on your own. Then we have main part of the assignment, that is steps to perform to complete this project, and we have a total of 30 steps to get this project or assignment done. In this video, I am not only going to solve these questions or steps for you, I am also going to make you learn Microsoft Excel as well. So if you want to do this assignment or if you want to learn Microsoft Excel, you are supposed to watch this complete video and you are supposed to follow me step by step. So now let's start with step number 1 of the assignment. And step number 1 of the assignment is saying, start Excel, download and open the file named EXP22 Excel chapter 7 hands-on exercise salaries. Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of file name. So this is the Excel workbook that we're going to use to solve this assignment. We will apply all the instructions, all the steps to this Excel workbook, and we will make this Excel workbook in the final form for the submission. So step number 1 of the assignment is just about downloading of this Excel workbook. There is nothing else to solve in step number 1. That's why we will move to step number 2 of the assignment. Step number 2 of the assignment is saying your first task is to extract the year hired from the hire date for each employee. In cell F7 of the one date logic worksheet, inside the year function to identify the year from the date stored in cell E7. Use the fill handle to copy the function from cell F7 to the range F8 up to F23 using the fill without formatting option. So basically we are supposed to use year function in cell F7 so that we can extract the higher year, only year for each employee, and we can extract the higher year from the higher date that is given into cell E7. So for this we are supposed to use year function. So we will go to cell F7 and we will type year. So year function will appear, double click on that, and we are supposed to extract the higher year from the higher date given into cell E7. So we will select E7 and press enter. So now you can see that we got the year, that is 2010. That is the year given into higher date. So now we are supposed to use the fill handle, okay, but make sure fill without formatting, okay, so that we can reserve the bottom border in the cell F23. So that is all about step number 2, where we were supposed to extract the higher year. So I have extracted the higher year from the higher date, okay. Now we are supposed to move to next step, that is step number 3. Your next task is to calculate how long each manager and representative has worked for the company. In cell G7, inside the year F for AC function, using the higher date and last day of year, use relative and mixed references correctly. Use the fill handle to copy the function in cell G7 to the range G8 up to G23 using the fill without formatting. So now we are supposed to calculate how long each manager and representative has worked for the company. we will go to cell G7 and we are supposed to calculate year implied. Okay, so that we can calculate by using the year FRAC function. So type year, so you can see year FRAC function, double click on that. Okay, now our start date will be the higher date that is given into cell E7. Our start date will be the higher date that is given into cell E7. Okay, now end date will be the last day of the year that is given into cell G2. But make sure that we are supposed to use absolute reference for this cell G2 because G2 is not changing. Okay, so click OK. So now we got 14.2 years implied for the first employee. Okay, so now we are supposed to use the fill handler so that we can get the other year, but make sure fill without formatting this one. Okay, so that is all about step number 3, where we were supposed to calculate for how many years each employee and representative has worked for the company. Okay, so that is all about step number 3. So we have completed third step. Now we are supposed to move to next step, that is step number 4. Step number 4 is saying you want to identify which day of the week each employee was hired. So now we are supposed to find on which day of the week each employee was hired. To do so, you will insert a weekday function to return an integer representing the weekday. In cell H7, insert the weekday function using the hired date. Copy the function from cell H7 and paste the range into H8 up to H23 using no border paste option. So now we will go to cell H7 and we are supposed to use weekday function so that we can find the name of the day of the week when each employee was hired. Okay, type an equal sign and type weekday. Okay, now we are going to find the weekday based on the hire date. So we will select hire date and press enter. So on the second day of the week, this manager was hired. Okay, now use the fill handler to copy the formula down, but use fill without formatting option. Okay, so now we got integer. We got the day of the week in form of integer. Okay, so that is all about step number 4. So now we are supposed to do step number 5, and step number 5 of the assignment is saying you will use a custom number format to display the result as weekday instead of an integer. Select the range H7 up to H23, apply the custom number format tetra D and apply left horizontal alignment. So we are supposed to select these and we will go to home tab. In number section, click this arrow. We are supposed to apply a custom number format, so we will select custom. From here, select general and remove this general, and we are supposed to give a custom number that is tetra D. So now you can see that we got exact names for the days of the week, okay, when each employee was hired. Now we are supposed to apply left horizontal alignment. So again, select these, go to the home tab, and in alignment section, apply align left. So that is all about step number 5. So we have completed 5 steps of this assignment so far, and now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 6. Step number 6 is saying column B contains the city location for each account representative and manager. However, you also want to display the regions. Atlanta is the south, Boston is the northeast, and Chicago and Cleveland are both in Midwest. You will use the switch function to identify which region each city is in. In cell C7, insert the switch function to identify the city in cell B7. So we are supposed to find region based on the city. So we are supposed to use the switch function that will switch city into a region. Okay, so now switch Atlanta for south, Boston for northeast, switch Chicago for the midwest, switch Cleveland for the midwest, insert city names as text string and used mix references to the cell containing the region. Copy the function from cell C7 and paste the range to C8 up to C23 using the paste formulas option. Okay. Now we are supposed to go to cell C7 and we will type equal sign and we will type switch. So switch function will appear, double click on that. Now click function symbol to enter the function arguments. Okay. Now expression is given into cell B7. Okay. If B7 is Atlanta, if B7 is Atlanta, then this will switch to the south as mentioned in the instruction. Atlanta for the south, but make sure we are supposed to use absolute reference for this one. Okay. If the expression is Boston, it will switch to the northeast. If the expression is Boston, it will switch to the northeast here. Okay, it will switch to the northeast, cell C4. Okay, but make sure you use the absolute reference for this one. Okay. Now third one is, if the expression is Chicago, if the expression is Chicago, it will switch to midwest. It will switch to the midwest, that is given into cell C3. Okay. Again, if the expression is Cleveland, it will switch to midwest again. Okay. If this is Cleveland, it will switch to midwest again. So now let me repeat it again. We are using a switch function. Okay. That will check the expression into cell B7. If the B7 is Atlanta, it will switch to the south, that is given into cell C2. If the expression is Boston, it will switch to the C4, that is northeast. If the expression in cell B7 is Cleveland, then it will switch to the midwest, that is given into cell C3. Click OK. So now this is Atlanta. So now got the region that is south. Okay. So for Chicago, we are supposed to get C3, that is the northeast. So use this fill handle, but make sure you fill without formatting. So now let me check. For the Chicago, we got midwest, and you can see for Chicago we are supposed to get C3, that is midwest. Okay. So for the Boston, we are supposed to get the northeast. So let me check. For the Boston, we got the northeast. So that's mean our function is working correctly. So that is all about step number 6, where we were supposed to use the switch function. Now I am doing step number 7. Step number 7 is saying your next task is to calculate the annual bonus amount for each employee. The company use a tiered bonus system that award a specific percentage of salary based on hire date. In cell J7, insert the ifs function to test if the hire date is before 1/1/2013. If so, the bonus is 8% of the salary. If the hire date is before 1/1/2018, the bonus is 4% of the salary. If the hire date is before 1/1/2023, the bonus is 2% of the salary. If none of the conditions are met, the bonus is 0. Use mixed reference to the dates in the range J2 up to J4 and bonus percentage in the range K2 up to K4. Copy the function from cell J7, paste it in the range J8 up to J23 using the paste formulas option. So now basically we are supposed to calculate the bonus in column J, and for this we are supposed to use ifs function because we are given different conditions. So when we are given more than 2 conditions, we always use ifs function. So here we will type equal sign and we will type ifs. Okay, double click on the function and click on the function symbol to enter the function argument. So our logical test 1 is if the higher date is before 1123 and higher date is given into cell E7. If E7 is less than 11/2013, that is given into cell J2. If the higher date is before 11/2013, the bonus is 8% of the salary. Okay. Higher date is before 11/2013. The bonus amount will be the 8% of the salary. 8% is given into cell K2. We will multiply this with the salary and we will get the bonus amount, and salary is given into cell I7. Okay. So first logical test is if the higher date is before 11/2013, the bonus amount will be 8% of the salary. So 8% is given into cell K2 and salary is given into cell I7. Our logical test 2 is if the higher date is before 2018. So higher date is again E7. E7 is before less than 11/2018. Okay. Then the bonus amount will be the 4% that is given into cell K3. We will multiply this with the salary that is given into cell I7. Okay. Our logical test 3 is if the higher date is before 11/23, the bonus is 2% of the salary. So now we will again check if the E7 is less than 11/2013, then the bonus amount will be the 2% that is given into cell K4. Okay. We will multiply this by salary amount that is given into I7. If any condition is true, it will give us 0 result. Okay. Click OK. So we got the bonus amount for the first employee. Double click on this to copy the function down. 1 second. Copy this function simply here, select this range, go to paste option and select paste formulas, this one. Okay. It was K4. Okay. K4 multiplied by salary that is given into cell I7. Okay. Okay. Now double click on the fail handler to copy the function down and use fail without formatting. So we got all the bonus amounts. Okay. So that is all about step number 7. So we have completed 7 steps of this assignment and now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 8. The HR director recommends that the company pay manager at least 80,000. In cell K7, insert an add function that evaluates if the title is manager and if the salary is less than 98,000. Insert the title as the text string and use a mixed reference to the 98,000 in cell G3. Next AND function as the logical test with an if function. If the result of the AND function are true, display the text due for raise. If the result are false, display the text NA. Use the fail handler to copy the function to the range K8 up to K23. So in K7 we are supposed to use if function. So type if function will appear and we are supposed to click on the function symbol to enter the function argument, and it is mentioned in the instruction that we are supposed to nest the if function with AND function. So here we will type AND. When we use AND, when we have 2 conditions. Okay. So AND function, first condition is if the title is manager, That's mean if D7 is equal to manager. If D7 is equal to manager, that is our first condition. Okay. If D7 is equal to manager, okay, and the other condition is if the salary is less than 98,000. Salary is given into cell I7. That's mean if I7 is less than 98,000. Okay. Or we can simply use this cell that has the 98,000 if I7 is less than G3. So let me repeat it again. We are using an if function nested with AND function. There are two conditions. First one, if the title is manager and the salary that is given into cell I7 is less than G3, that is 98,000. Okay, then it should show due for the raise. It should show due for the raise. Okay, otherwise it will show NA. Okay, otherwise it will show NA. Okay, so that is all about, okay, that is all about step number 7. So click this. Now use the fill handle to copy the formula down and use fill without formatting. So now for first one, you can see the title is manager, but salary is not less than 98,000, so it will show NA. For this one, you can see the title is manager and salary is less than 98,000, so it is showing due for the raise. So that is all about step number 8. So we have completed 8 steps for this assignment, and now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 9. Step number 9 is saying you want to calculate the number of employees in each state. You set up a worksheet with a summary section to calculate statistic by states, indicated by states abbreviation. Display the two-stat maps worksheet. In cell J3, insert the count if function to count the number of state abbreviation in the state column that match the state abbreviation in cell I3. Used mixed references to the range and relative references to the criteria state abbreviation. Copy the function from cell J3 to the range J4 up to J6. So we will go to two-stat map worksheet and we are supposed to go to cell J3, and here we are supposed to use count if function. So we will type count and here you can see count if function. Click on the function symbol to enter the function argument. So we are supposed to calculate the state abbreviation. Okay, that should match the state abbreviation in cell I3 here. So our range will be the state column. This one will be our range. Okay, because this has the criteria as well. So our criteria is given into cell I3. Okay, sorry, I3. We are supposed to use relative reference to the criteria abbreviation. Relative reference. We are supposed to use relative reference. So now you can see that we got 5 employees for the state GA, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we are supposed to use the fill handle to copy the formula down, but use the fill without formatting. Now for MA state we got 4 employees. So MA 1, 2, 3 and 4. For OH we got 3 employees. So OH 1, 2 and 3. So that's mean our function is working correctly. So we have completed 9 steps for this assignment so far, and now we are supposed to do next step, that is step number 10. Next, you want to calculate the total payroll by summing employee salaries in each state. In cell K3, insert the sum if function to total the salary column. If the state column needs the state abbreviation criteria in cell I3, used mixed and relative references correctly copy the function from cell K3 to the range K4 up to K6. So let me go to cell K4 and K3, sorry, and here we are supposed to use sum if function. Type equal sign and type sum. Here you can see the sum if function. Click the function symbol to enter the function argument. Again, our range will be the state column, okay, that is C2 up to C18, okay. Range will be the same, okay. Then criteria is given into cell I3 here, okay. And sum if range is we are supposed to calculate the total salary. So salary column will be the sum range, okay. Salary column will be the sum range, okay, because we are going to calculate the total salary for each state, okay. Here we got 4170,085 for the state GA. That is the total salary, okay. Now we are supposed to use the fill handler to copy the formula down and use fill without formatting. So in this video I have solved 10 steps for you. That is more than half of the assignment that I have completed for you in this video. But if you want me to do this assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, including all the Word, Excel, PowerPoint or Access assignments, then you can contact me and you can hire me for your complete course. You can also hire me for your other courses. My WhatsApp number and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. Please contact me either through WhatsApp or email and hire me for your courses. Thank you so much for watching my video. I will get back to you with another video.